What's up, everybody? J&J Toy Giants here. TikTok live toy unboxing. I'm ready to go on this New Year's weekend. Starting it off. Wanted to do this last week, but the family was reeling from a great Christmas. So I figured, let's just chill for the week, and I'll unbox these figures. So the couple of these figures, I actually got them on a giveaway, but for whatever reason, I don't know what giveaway it was for. Um, for whatever reason, I enter so many giveaways, and I kind of lose track as to how many I enter. But this was actually sent from Ringside Collectibles. This Cody Rhodes Basic, number 143, and also this Elite Series 106 Main Event Jey Uso. And I'm also going to be unboxing another Elite that I actually got when we were actually doing some last minute shopping on Christmas weekend. I got the Survivor Series Ultimate Warrior. This was part of a Build-A-Figure for Rick Rude. So this was actually at Target. We actually went to Target, and it was, if you can see the sticker as it comes around again, was on clearance for only $6.59. So quite a bargain. We're trying to get to at least 2,000 likes today for this live. Of course, if you like what you see, be sure to go to our profile and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, as you'll see a lot more of these types of unboxings on our YouTube channel. Thank you so very much for coming into the live. So as I said, this is part of the 143 basic series of the Mattel WWE Basics. Basics basically means that they're not as articulated as the Elites are, and I'll show you the difference. So when you look at these figures, okay, can't really tell with this one. I'll use this Sting from AEW that I just unboxed not so long ago. So this is kind of the same thing, but a little different. So AEW is a little bit bigger in scale, but they're a lot more articulated on the figures for Elites, or in this case, this AEW Sting. So the basics used to be only articulated at the shoulders, so up, down, left, right, and then articulated at the elbows and on the wrists, no chest, all right? And the basics also used to be front and back articulated on the legs, but now they have this new articulation where I'm not sure what they call it. Is it a T articulation for the waist? But I got to definitely figure out what they normally call it. But basically, the waist is now like a T instead of just front and back. Now you can do a little bit more articulation with the basics. They don't really come with a lot of accessories as far as basics go. So, if there's a hat, it's probably not going to be with a basic, or a coat. Generally, with Cody Rhodes, if you've seen any of his Elites, he comes with a jacket. He comes with a weight belt. With any of his other Elites, and this one is just him and his ring gear. So, but I still like it. I got this, like I said before, from a giveaway, but I don't remember what giveaway that it was that I won. Nor did I ever get a notification that I won a giveaway, in which then I would say, oh yeah, I remember I entered such and such giveaway. But it was sent to me by Ringside Collectibles. If you guys don't know what Ringside Collectibles is, they are normally the #1 proprietor, of the one-stop shop for wrestling figures. There are other companies out there like J&H Figures, J&J Figures, where you can buy, wrestling figures, and of course, what was the other one? The other website escapes me for the moment, but Ringside Collectibles, generally that's where a lot of people buy their stuff from when it's WWE, AEW, and all that. Everything wrestling, they only do wrestling stuff, nothing else. And so I kind of got rid of all of my basics, and I wanted to kind of like redo all of my collection and just have it all elites, for the simple fact that the basics weren't that great of a figure how they were being produced at one point. So that's why I kind of like was trying to swap out everything. But, with the way that the basics, as I mentioned earlier, they are a lot better now with the newer series than they were before. So the face sculpt is really, really good. The neck tattoo that Cody has is okay. I mean, it's not, you can't really see it in detail in here. And of course, again, it goes back to what I'm saying. The basics are, they just do enough to make it look good, and then they put it in the package. With elites, they normally take a lot more time to make sure that the figure looks great. Obviously, Cody Rhodes all right. So first off, he does come with this here. So naturally, the chest, um, you have a little bit more articulation on the arms. These used to have pins on them. They no longer do that. So as you can see, the difference with the Sting, you see pins on the joints. They don't do that anymore, which I like. And of course, they have a little bit more articulation on the thighs, the knees, and on the feet and the ankles. So the last Warrior that I actually bought was his Legends, where it depicted his last day in the company before he passed away, right after his Hall of Fame induction. And it does. So that was the last Warrior that I got. So it's a good thing I have this one now to kind of put in there. The only other Warrior that I remember having was the Defining Moments Ultimate Warrior, when he tagged with Macho Man Randy Savage in WWF before it was WWE. So it's pretty cool. He has a lot of faded hair on here. His makeup was a little different. He was always a person that people loved to watch just because of his tassels that he used to have. And obviously he was built, he had a really great build on his physique. So people always loved to watch him. The only thing that, he was always criticized is his in-ring work, because he would run to the ring, and by the time he would get to the ring, he was already tired. He was already, in the business they call him, he was already blown up. He couldn't really do much. But what he did do was, very basic, and then it got over. back in the day. People loved to watch that stuff. You know, for if love him or hate him, he was a legend in the business for the short amount of time that he was actually in at the top. He had a stint in WCW that, you know, shall remain nameless, but that was kind of like a low point in his career. But I mean, I would imagine we probably would get another Warrior, because there's so many different Ultimate Warriors out there. There's countless different Warriors and basics and, you know, elites and everything like that. So I'm not sure if they actually have a WCW. I know there's an Ultimate Warrior when it was the One Warrior Nation, but no other ones other than that. I'm thinking the only other one that they could do is the one where he's in his jeans with the duster jacket, you know, when he actually makes his debut into the company of WCW. That would probably be the only other one that they possibly could do. Unless they would re-release some of the other ones that they've done before, like maybe the Hall of Champions or the Hall of Fame one that they've done with him, maybe some other basics, but in elite form, stuff like that. And it does come, because this is a Build-A-Figure, part of the Build-A-Figure series. It comes with the Rick Rude faces, or the heads. If you guys wondering why did he have two different heads, it was because back in the day when, in 1997, when Rick Rude was with the company, with WWE, a lot of their shows used to be taped. So they would tape it weeks in advance. And there was a time where his contract was up, and the company didn't know that his contract was coming up, and they didn't, you know, re-sign him. So he was on a pay-per-view, or like I think they had Monday Night Raw early, and he basically shows up on, like, within a couple of days on Monday Night Nitro, and so, which is the reason why he has two heads, because he had this head when he's with WWF, when he was with Shawn Michaels and DX, and then he cleaned up and came to WCW, and he was all, you know, kind of shaven a little bit, so that's the way he looked. I have to get the other figures so I can go ahead and build the Rick Rude to have the complete set there. So that's pretty cool. Alright. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so this pretty much is main event Jey Uso, but this represents right before he split from the Bloodline, because he still has the shirt that says "We the Ones." And the reason why they used to do that is because they, you know, his hands that it comes with has pointing up, you know, "We the Ones," so they always point up their finger because they're the ones. And then he also has another pair of hands, like I said, C-grip hands. So you see them right there. But I'll keep them with the fists. You know, that's pretty cool. Although I may take out his one right hand. And so he can go ahead and say "We the Ones," point it up, point the finger in the sky, says "We the Ones." So he does come with a soft goods shirt. It does allow you to either take it off through Velcro. You can pop off the head and then take it off that way, but generally people will just take the Velcro off and just take it off on the side there. But I'll leave that shirt on. I like the red. It really pops as far as like the color of the red. Him and his brother Jimmy have always been a proponent of having really, really cool gear whenever they go to the ring. They actually wear sneakers instead of wrestling boots. They all have the same articulation as an actual elite would, which is what I showed you with the Ultimate Warrior. They do have the pinless joints on the elbows, but they also have the articulation on the shoulder and in the biceps, and also with the wrists. They have the articulation on the head. Head moves pretty good. On the thighs, you can move the thighs a little bit to kind of like get a better way to stand them up. Articulations on the knees and on the ankles. I am trying to get an updated roster for my collection. A lot of the stuff that I have on my Raw and SmackDown ring, they're pretty much out of date. But you know, I always, for me, like with figure collecting, even though I try my best to, you know, get some figures, you know, I'm a father of two, you know, so my bills come first, my kids come first. So I don't get the figures right when they come out. I wish I could, but that's one of the reasons why I started the Patreon channel, so that you guys could, you know, support the channel by going over to our Patreon. It's actually going to be on our link tree. You go to our profile on TikTok and click our link tree. You'll be able to go over to our Patreon page, where I actually do a lot of reaction videos to TV shows, cartoons. I have had guests on there. All of our tiers it's $3, $5, and $10 a month. So it's you know, it's doable. And each tier has a specific amount of content that you can get. And that's basically how you would be able to help the channel. So I mean, you know, get you more content out there, but also a way for you to be able to get content that you're not going to get on the YouTube channel. And like I said, see you later. Peace out.